Imagine waking up in the year 2050. The world around us is shaped by decades of climate change and the effects are everywhere. Cities look different, weather feels unfamiliar, and the challenges we face are unlike anything before. The question is no longer if climate change will impact us, but how much it will alter our daily lives. As we begin this journey, let's explore what experts predict for our planet's future and how humanity might adapt to these sweeping changes. From rising temperatures to innovative solutions, the story of climate change in 2050 is both urgent and hopeful. 2050, global temperatures are expected to rise significantly. Summers in many cities will feel hotter than ever before, with heat waves lasting longer and becoming more intense. In some regions, daytime temperatures may reach levels too extreme for safe outdoor work, forcing changes in how people live and work. The heat will not only affect comfort but also health, increasing risks of dehydration and heat-related illnesses. As we adapt, new cooling technologies and urban designs may emerge, but the reality is that extreme heat could become a normal part of life for millions. Polar ice caps and glaciers are melting at an alarming rate. As sea levels rise, coastal cities face frequent flooding, threatening homes, businesses, and infrastructure. Millions of people may be forced to move inland, leaving behind communities that have existed for generations. The loss of ice also impacts global weather patterns and ocean ecosystems, creating ripple effects far beyond the coastline. In 2050, entire neighborhoods could be underwater, and governments will need to plan for mass relocations and new ways to protect vulnerable areas. Storms, floods, droughts, and wildfires are expected to become more intense and frequent by 2050. Climate change increases the energy in Earth's atmosphere, making weather patterns less predictable and more dangerous. Communities may face one disaster after another, with recovery times shrinking and resources stretched thin. Emergency services and infrastructure will need to adapt quickly, and insurance costs may rise. The unpredictability of extreme weather will challenge how we plan, build, and respond to crises, making resilience a key priority for the future. Changing rainfall patterns will make farming more difficult, reducing crop production and threatening food security. Some regions may struggle to access clean drinking water as droughts and contamination become more common. Food prices could rise, affecting every meal and every drop of water. Farmers will need to adapt with new techniques and resilient crops, while governments invest in water management and distribution. By 2050, ensuring everyone has enough to eat and drink will require global cooperation and innovation. Many animal species will lose their natural habitats as forests, coral reefs, and ecosystems change rapidly. Warming oceans threaten coral reefs, which may disappear entirely, while forests face fires and droughts. Wildlife will struggle to adapt and some species may go extinct. Conservation efforts will become more urgent, focusing on protecting habitats and restoring ecosystems. The natural world is changing faster than many species can keep up, making biodiversity loss a critical issue for the future. Despite the challenges, there is hope. By 2050, renewable energy sources like solar, wind, and clean hydrogen could power much of the world. Electric vehicles and smart cities may help reduce pollution and make urban life more sustainable. Human innovation will be crucial, as new technologies emerge to address climate change and build a cleaner, greener future. The transition to green energy will create new jobs, industries, and opportunities for growth, showing that solutions are within reach. Cities will need to adapt to rising temperatures and sea levels. Urban planners may redesign streets, parks, and buildings to withstand extreme heat and flooding. Green roofs, shaded walkways, and improved drainage systems could become standard features. Public transportation might shift to electric buses and trains, reducing emissions and improving air quality. As cities change, community resilience and innovation will be key to thriving in a warmer, wetter world. Climate change will affect public health in many ways. Heat waves increase risks of dehydration, heat stroke, and respiratory issues. Air pollution from wildfires and urban emissions may worsen, impacting vulnerable populations. Disease patterns could shift as mosquitoes and other pests expand their range. Healthcare systems will need to prepare for new challenges, focusing on prevention, adaptation, and rapid response to climate-related health threats. Rising seas and extreme weather will force millions to relocate. Climate refugees may move from coastal areas to safer inland regions, creating new communities and challenges. Governments will need to plan for housing, jobs, and social integration, while ensuring displaced people have access to basic services. Migration will reshape demographics and economies, making adaptation and support essential for stability. Economic impact of climate change will be profound. Floods, storms, and droughts can damage infrastructure and disrupt supply chains. Insurance costs may rise and some industries could struggle to survive. On the other hand, investment in green technologies and sustainable practices could create new opportunities. Governments and businesses will need to balance risks and rewards, focusing on resilience and innovation to ensure economic stability. As temperatures rise and weather patterns shift, landscapes will change dramatically. Forests may shrink or move, deserts could expand, and wetlands might disappear. These changes will affect agriculture, wildlife, and human settlements. Adaptation will require new strategies for land use, conservation, and restoration, ensuring that ecosystems remain healthy and productive for future generations. Warming oceans threaten coral reefs, which may vanish by 2050. These vibrant ecosystems support countless marine species and protect coastlines from storms. Their loss will impact fisheries, tourism, and biodiversity. Conservation efforts will focus on restoring reefs and reducing pollution, but the challenge is immense. The disappearance of coral reefs is a stark reminder of the urgency to address climate change. Wildfires are expected to become more frequent and intense as temperatures rise and droughts persist. Forests may burn faster, threatening wildlife, homes, and air quality. Communities will need to invest in fire prevention, emergency response, and forest management. The challenge will be to protect both people and ecosystems, ensuring forests remain a vital part of the planet's health. Droughts will become more common, making water scarcity a major concern. Rivers and lakes may dry up, affecting agriculture, industry, and daily life. Water management will be crucial, with new technologies and policies needed to ensure reliable access. Communities may need to conserve water and adapt to changing supplies, making every drop count in a hotter, drier world. Flooding will threaten coastal and river communities as sea levels rise and storms intensify. Infrastructure may be damaged and homes lost. Governments will need to invest in flood defenses, early warning systems, and emergency planning. Adaptation will be key to protecting lives and property, as flooding becomes a regular challenge for many regions. Renewable energy will play a central role in combating climate change. Solar panels, wind turbines, and clean hydrogen will power homes, businesses, and transportation. The shift to green energy will reduce emissions and create new jobs. By 2050, many countries may rely almost entirely on renewables, marking a major step towards sustainability and climate resilience. Electric vehicles will become the norm, replacing gasoline-powered cars and trucks. This shift will reduce air pollution and greenhouse gas emissions, making cities cleaner and healthier. Charging infrastructure will expand, and new vehicle designs will improve efficiency and comfort. The transition to electric transport is a key part of the fight against climate change. Smart cities will use technology to manage energy, water, and transportation efficiently. Sensors and data analytics will help reduce waste and optimize resources. Urban life will become more sustainable, with green spaces, clean air, and efficient transit. Smart cities represent a vision for the future where innovation and sustainability go hand in hand. Transition to renewable energy and sustainable practices will create millions of green jobs. Workers will build solar panels, wind turbines, and electric vehicles, while engineers design smart cities and efficient systems. Training and education will be essential, ensuring everyone can participate in the new economy. Green jobs offer hope for a prosperous and sustainable future. Addressing climate change will require global cooperation. Countries must work together to reduce emissions, share technology, and support vulnerable populations. International agreements and partnerships will be crucial, ensuring progress is made everywhere. The challenges are global, and so are the solutions, making unity and collaboration more important than ever. Communities will need to become more resilient to face climate challenges. Local governments, businesses, and residents will work together to prepare for disasters, adapt to new conditions, and support each other. Community gardens, renewable energy projects, and emergency plans will help build strength and unity. Resilience is about more than survival, it's about thriving in a changing world. Education will play a vital role in addressing climate change. Schools, universities, and media will teach about sustainability, adaptation, and innovation. Awareness campaigns will help people understand the risks and solutions, empowering everyone to take action. Knowledge is power, and informed citizens are essential for a sustainable future. Adaptation will be key to surviving and thriving in 2050. Strategies include building resilient infrastructure, developing drought-resistant crops, and improving emergency response. Governments and businesses will invest in research and innovation, finding new ways to cope with changing conditions. Adaptation is a continuous process, requiring flexibility and creativity. Conservation will focus on protecting habitats, restoring ecosystems, and preserving biodiversity. Efforts include reforestation, wetland restoration, and wildlife protection. Governments, NGOs, and communities will work together, using science and technology to guide their actions. Conservation is essential for maintaining the balance of nature and ensuring a healthy planet. Agriculture will need to become more sustainable to feed a growing population. Techniques like precision farming, organic methods, and water-efficient irrigation will help reduce environmental impact. Farmers will use technology to monitor crops and adapt to changing conditions. Sustainable agriculture is vital for food security and environmental health. Access to clean drinking water will be a major challenge. New filtration technologies, desalination plants, and water recycling systems will help meet demand. Governments and communities will invest in infrastructure and education to ensure safe water for all. Clean water is essential for health, agriculture, and industry, making it a top priority. Millions may become climate refugees, forced to leave their homes due to rising seas, droughts, and disasters. International support and cooperation will be needed to provide shelter, jobs, and integration. Climate migration will reshape societies, requiring compassion and planning to ensure stability and opportunity for all. Ecosystems will change rapidly as species migrate, adapt, or disappear. New habitats may emerge while old ones vanish. Scientists will study these changes, helping guide conservation and adaptation efforts. Understanding ecosystem dynamics is crucial for protecting biodiversity and ensuring environmental health. Urban green spaces will become more important for health and climate resilience. Parks, gardens, and green roofs help cool cities, improve air quality, and provide habitats for wildlife. Investment in green infrastructure will make urban life healthier and more sustainable, offering a refuge from heat and pollution. Strong climate policies will guide the transition to a sustainable future. Governments will set emissions targets, regulate industries, and invest in green technologies. Policy will shape how societies adapt, ensuring progress is made and risks are managed. Effective climate policy is essential for achieving global goals. Innovation and research will drive solutions to climate challenges. Scientists, engineers, and entrepreneurs will develop new technologies, materials, and systems. Investment in research will accelerate progress, making adaptation and mitigation more effective. The future depends on creativity and discovery. Individuals can make a difference by reducing energy use, conserving water, and supporting sustainable products. Small actions add up, creating positive change in communities and beyond. Personal responsibility is a cornerstone of climate action, empowering everyone to contribute to a better future. Young people will lead the fight against climate change, advocating for policy, innovation, and sustainability. Youth movements and organizations will inspire action, raising awareness and demanding change. The energy and creativity of the next generation will shape the world's response to climate challenges. Climate justice will address the unequal impacts of climate change. Vulnerable populations, including low-income communities and developing nations, will need support and protection. Fair policies, international aid, and local empowerment will ensure everyone has a chance to adapt and thrive. Justice is a key principle for a sustainable future. Climate finance will fund adaptation, mitigation, and innovation. Investments in renewable energy, infrastructure, and conservation will drive progress. Governments, businesses, and individuals will contribute, ensuring resources are available for urgent needs. Climate finance is essential for turning ideas into action. Circular economy will reduce waste and promote sustainability. Products will be designed for reuse, recycling, and repair, minimizing environmental impact. Businesses and consumers will embrace new models, creating a more efficient and responsible economy. The circular economy is a pathway to lasting change. New tools and technologies will help communities adapt to climate change. Early warning systems, resilient infrastructure, and smart agriculture will reduce risks and improve outcomes. Innovation will make adaptation more effective, ensuring safety and stability in a changing world. Protecting biodiversity will be a top priority. Conservation efforts will focus on endangered species, habitat restoration, and ecosystem management. Science and technology will guide actions, ensuring the natural world remains vibrant and diverse. Biodiversity is essential for environmental health and resilience. Effective communication will help spread awareness and inspire action. Media, social networks, and education will share information about risks, solutions, and opportunities. Clear, accurate messages will empower people to make informed choices and support climate action. Climate science will continue to advance, providing new insights into Earth systems and risks. Researchers will use data, models, and experiments to understand changes and predict outcomes. Science will guide policy, adaptation, and innovation, ensuring decisions are based on evidence and expertise. Resilience will be essential for surviving and thriving in a changing climate. Communities, businesses, and governments will build systems to withstand shocks, recover quickly, and adapt to new conditions. Resilience is about flexibility, strength, and unity, ensuring stability in uncertain times. Looking ahead to 2050, the world will face many challenges, but also opportunities for growth and innovation. Climate change will shape our lives, but human ingenuity and cooperation can create a sustainable, resilient future. The choices we make today will determine the world we live in tomorrow. In summary, climate change in 2050 will bring new realities, from rising temperatures to innovative solutions. The journey will be challenging, but hope lies in human creativity, resilience, and unity. By working together, we can build a world that is sustainable, healthy, and vibrant for generations to come. The future is not set in stone. Every action, big or small, can help shape a better world. Whether it's supporting clean energy, conserving water, or advocating for strong climate policies, everyone has a role to play. Let's move forward with hope, determination, and a commitment to protect our planet.